Truth is comprised of information and facts, but it also includes God's original intent, making it the absolute, objective standard by which reality is measured. Truth has already been predetermined by God. Truth must resonate internally in order to have any validity externally. When you wear the belt of truth and operate with it by aligning your mind, will, and emotions underneath God's view on a matter, His truth, He will then empower you to fight your spiritual battles with the freedom of greater mobility and increased stability. By knowing and functioning according to the truth of God, you will be on your way to experiencing victory over anything or anyone seeking to overcome or defeat you. Chapter 5. The Breastplate of Righteousness. Satan cannot take away your salvation, but he can ruin your life. He attempts to do just that by waging war in a way that keeps you from experiencing all that God has planned for you. His aim is to prevent you from realizing the full potential of your life and salvation. As we have seen earlier, one way Satan does this is by trying to shift your gaze off of the spiritual realm and onto the physical realm. That way he keeps you focused on what you can see, taste, touch, smell, or hear, rather than on him and the demons he has working with him.
And I feel like this really is relevant to right now with the chaos that's been going on in the world. It's been going on with the false flags and all the shootings in the news, and of course with the CV and the lockdown, and now the crisis of violence. And so what I think is interesting in this book, it's saying that getting caught up in the flesh is a distraction from what's really going on spiritually.
This keeps you from dealing with the root behind the fruit.
So the root of the chaos and the violence is spiritual, it's supernatural. It's not, even though we're seeing authoritarian behavior, the authoritarian behavior only occurs because of supernatural, spiritual evil going on. So we really need to actually deal with things on a supernatural, spiritual level, like the fact that Bible-believing churches have not been allowed to meet probably aided this spiritual crisis, this physical crisis,
manifesting itself as a negative reality in your life. Satan's scheme reminds me of something that happened on a recent trip Lance and I took for our annual.
So I think that's just the point that I wanted to say, is that when we don't get together as believers, and when we're not reading our Bible, and when we fail to realize that there's a supernatural battle between good and evil, we tend to think that the things that's going on in our lives, directly, physically, on the street, we tend to think that, it's all just this third dimensional reality. But in fact, it's because there's something going on in a supernatural realm. And so I just want to encourage people to read your word, spend time with Lord Jesus Christ, and that's going to help you, and that's what we're supposed to do. Thank you for watching.